Good day, and welcome to Colonial Williamsburg, the world's largest outdoor living history museum. The Colonial Williamsburg historic area is 1 mile long and a half a mile wide and has 88 buildings reconstructed or rebuilt on original foundations that date to the years that Williamsburg was Virginia's second colonial capital from 1699 to 1781. Think back to when Jamestown Island was Virginia's first colonial capital. Jamestown was established in 1607 when John Smith and members of the Virginia Company of London sent 3 ships to find gold, silver, and other riches in British America. It was between the years of 1607 and 1699 that Jamestown Island began to grow and thrive, slowly in the beginning. But as more and more individuals decided to come to the colony of Virginia, they too set their standards on becoming rich and wealthy, not off of gold and silver, which the colony did not have, but off the growth of tobacco, a plant that became exceptionally powerful and drove Virginia to the heights of success. While on Jamestown Island, the Virginians decided that it would be best to create a representative form of government. This new representative form of government was called the House of Burgesses, and gave wealthy landowners across the growing colony of Virginia a voice in government. However, while living out at Jamestown Island, establishing new laws and rules, the House of Burgesses continued to grow as the colony grew. During their time out at Jamestown Island, the building that housed the House of Burgesses was destroyed 3 times by fire, and finally, governing officials determined it was best to create a more centralized home for the House of Burgesses, and it was time to move the capital of Virginia further inland. So to Williamsburg, the capital city, moved. By the middle of the 1700s, Williamsburg was the cultural, political, and educational center of all of the colonies under the English crown. The Williamsburg you see today is a recreated museum, built using primary source information from diaries, letters, journals, newspapers, wills, and archaeology. Historians use this information from the past to recreate the revolutionary capital city of Williamsburg. While you and your group are traveling through the historic area, you will have the opportunity to visit historic homes, public buildings, and trade shops. All of these opportunities will allow you to see all aspects of 18th century life, from the very rich to the very poor, to the free to the enslaved, and make decisions about what life was like for each different type of person in the years prior to or before the outbreak of the American Revolution. Your travels through the historic area today offer you each an opportunity to explore 18th century fashion, music, dance, and a variety of the historic trades to include silversmithing, carpentry, cooking, and the making of medicines at the apothecary shop. Additionally, you can discover how the 18th century colonial militia functioned and what 18th century family life was like on the eve of the American Revolution. Please remember that you are traveling through a museum. You represent not only the city of Virginia Beach and Virginia Beach City Public Schools, but most importantly, you represent the entire 7th grade of Bayside Middle School. It is very important for you to be on your best behavior and be respectful of not only your chaperones, your peers, but the historical interpreters that are working very diligently to help you understand what life was like over 250 years ago on the eve of the American Revolution.